I'm going to say some things about weight loss today that might sting a little, but it is guaranteed to help you more than that recent meal plan you bought from that influencer who has no formal training and is probably telling you to eat foods you don't like. Hi, I'm Megan. I am a metabolic health specialist with a master's degree, a certified personal trainer, and I've worked in some of the top medical clinics, obesity research labs, gyms, and even online, helping real people lose weight, feel their best, and ultimately sustain this lifestyle. And I'm also a pretty nice person. I get along well with people, I'm overall happy, but today's video is gonna be a little bit different. I'm gonna tell you the honest advice I would give you if I wasn't afraid to hurt your feelings. So today we are not gonna sugarcoat anything. I'm gonna leave that one there. And I am going to bring you real world advice so you can lose weight, feel better, and ultimately keep those results. Okay, the first thing I'm gonna break to you is that this is a lifestyle, all right? So you cannot lose weight by temporarily pretending to be a healthy person. That's not how it works. You are not going to do a 30-day diet, a 2-week diet, a metabolic reset, a hard 90 or whatever the heck they're doing right now, and then think you're gonna go back to the way you were before and keep the results. Because if you go back to baseline, which is take out food, poor sleep, not moving, etc., your body's gonna look like it too. And that's why this needs to be sustainable and enjoyable. Those are the two things that I'm really going to hone in on today. And ultimately, that might come down with changing your environment and an overall identity shift. If you are the person that's partying every weekend, that's ordering DoorDash 3 times a week, that hates to cook, that doesn't like the gym, doesn't want to learn anything new, this might not be for you. You might not be ready for a long-lasting lifestyle with the body you want. Okay? All right. So what's the solution to this? How do you create that lifestyle so you are that fit person long-term? How do you keep the weight off? How do you keep looking good? Well, the first thing is you need to build habits that you can repeat. If that means finding 10 meals you like to cook every day and sticking to those 10 meals in rotation, great. That's a repeatable habit. If it means finding enjoyable movement, like, hey, I don't like to run, well, great. Don't run. I don't run. No, don't invite me to your run club. With exercise, you have to enjoy what you're doing. And if you are not confident, if you hate working out, then we need to reframe that. We need to see what you do like and how do we get you to keep repeating that. So the nutrition has to be repeatable. The exercise should be enjoyable. And you need to realize this is a consistent lifestyle change if you want to keep the weight off and feel your best. And that comes down to if you hate your plan, you probably won't keep your results because you're not going to keep doing your plan. Okay? And while we're here and we're talking about food and lifestyle changes, let's go to point 2, which is you're probably eating way more sugar than you think. And now I am not going to get on a bender about sugar and it being the devil and we're eating too much of this and you can never have sweets in your house because that would just be a lie. I have chocolate in my house at all times of the day. I believe in moderation. I believe in a 70-30 lifestyle, an 80-20 lifestyle. You should still be able to be social. You should still enjoy your life, but you probably do not realize how much sugar you are having throughout the day. And even natural sugars. Right now at the time of this video, it is summer. Fruit is everywhere. Fruit is amazing. It's filled with antioxidants, fiber, minerals, and ultimately, fruit is not bad for us. But if you are sedentary and eating an entire pineapple in a day, that is not going to benefit weight loss if that's your goal, okay? So you have to match your sugar or carbohydrate intake to the goals you have every day. And if you have never tracked how much sugar you eat in a day, oh, I would start there. There is sugar in everything, in sauces, in dips, in breads, in wraps, in prepared proteins. You will not realize how much sugar you are taking in a day until you take a day and record. So start there. And here's the thing about sugar. Well, sugar's been around a long time. Why are we suddenly having this bad reputation with sugar? Well, we are more sedentary than we ever have been. In the most simplest terms, and I'm oversimplifying here, sugar is energy. If you do not use that energy, it's more likely to turn to body fat. So we are over consuming sugar and under moving our bodies. And I'm not even gonna go into where all of these healthy foods contain sugar. And the worst part about it is that they're healthy foods that you're taking in every day. And these usually look like smoothies, acai bowls, again, things you're getting out and about that you don't even know have added sugar in them, or just a crap ton of sugar from fruit. And then you sit at your desk all day and your body's like, great, I have this sugar hit, my blood sugar goes up, and I am not moving to bring it back down. In this scenario, I also like to bring in liquid sugar. So not just the smoothies, but your frappuccinos, the sodas that we drink throughout the day, even kombucha. Again, kombucha might look like a health food, but we have to look and say, how much sugar is in this? Do I need this? Am I going to use this energy right now? Or is it just going to sit there? And this is a great time to mention CGMs. So if you have tracked your sugar and maybe you're just looking to see how your body responds to certain aspects of sugar, including natural, healthier sugars, I would try a CGM, a continuous glucose monitor. I use them all the time with my clients, and you will be shocked at what spikes your blood sugar and what doesn't. So if you haven't recorded a day to see how much sugar you're taking in, I would start there. If you have and you're not sure how your body responds, I would try a CGM and see what your body's doing with that sugar. So overall with sugar, timing matters, the type matters, pairing it matters, and quantity matters, because our bodies handle sugar very differently if we're active, if we're muscular, if we sleep well, if our stress is low. If you are not getting the foundations right, your body's probably not handling sugar in an optimal way. And that can then lead to not only weight gain or the inability to lose body fat, but long-term health consequences. So what's a simple solution here? First, stop eating sugar randomly by itself. It doesn't really work for most people. And what I mean by that is I would suggest that you have protein anytime you have sugar and it anchor the meal. Sugar should never be the star of a meal. It's just that simple. Not when we have these type of goals of weight loss, longevity, and feeling better. Each meal anchoring with a protein as opposed to a sugar or even a healthier carbohydrate. The other thing is after eating sugar, you should move your body a little bit. That helps to kind of offset the spike that can happen with blood sugar and ultimately the likelihood that your body is going to store body fat after consuming the sugar. I would also try to reduce constant snacking. We can get into this really deeply, and I encourage you to press that subscribe button to learn more about your metabolism and the healthier habits to lose weight and keep it off and feel your best. But constant snacking doesn't benefit most of us. Now, there are stipulations here. Everybody is different. Bioindividuality, activity level, your goals, whether you want to lose fat, gain muscle, or both, come into play here. But if you are consistently snacking on sugar, it is probably not benefiting you, okay? So start out by figuring how much sugar you're having in a day and how often. Figure out what it's doing to your body, and then maybe do a little bit of an overhaul with that. And a general rule of thumb is I keep most of my clients at around 20 to 30 grams of sugar maximum per day if their goal ultimately is fat loss. Okay, the third thing I would tell you, if I was not afraid of hurting your feelings, and I say this at least once a week, and that is you're expecting results too quickly, okay? Too fast, too fast. And you're probably looking at the wrong place for those results. When a client sits in front of me and they want to lose weight, feel better, change their eating habits, learn about exercise, they want a lifestyle overhaul. I ask them, how long have you been living this way? 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. You are not going to undo the high stress, overeating, poor sleep, sedentary lifestyle in a month. It's just not going to happen. You will see improvements in those first 30 days. And so far, I have never had a client not improve or feel or look better in 30 days if they do what I tell them to do. But you're expecting Rome to be built in a day here, and that is not how our bodies work. And where you're probably looking for success is the scale, and that is a recipe for disaster. And not everyone needs to put their scale away for 30 days, but most of us should, because here's what happens. You become obsessed with the scale, with daily fluctuations. and you're not considering inflammation, water retention, stress, that bad night of sleep, the one cheat meal you had, so you step on the scale every single day, you don't see consistent change and weight dropping rapidly. So then you get discouraged and you think, why am I doing what Megan's telling me to do? And then you go back to old habits, because if it's not working, why are you doing it? It's a vicious cycle. I've seen it a lot in my career. So the scale is not telling you the changes that are going on metabolically on a deeper level. If you are someone who gets scared or gets annoyed or gets frustrated by a number on the scale, throw the scale away for 30 days. Just do it. Take progress pictures, journal about how you're sleeping, how you're feeling, bring up other positives, throw the damn scale away. And I really blame the show The Biggest Loser for this. I don't know if anyone else grew up watching that show. Loved that show. Big Jillian Michaels fan. I mean, she really was the reason I wanted to get into what I wanted to do. But you watch that show, you are seeing people drop 5, 10, 15 pounds in a week. And now, we won't get into the nuances there, but it gives us this unrealistic expectation when your body in those first 30 days needs nourishment. It needs to build muscle. It needs to set the stage metabolically before you see weight loss. And that's not saying I don't have clients who lose 5 pounds the first week they're working with me. But again, we have to remember, some of that's water weight, some of that's inflammation. And if we are expecting that every single week and you're getting that every week, oh, there could be something bigger going on. And I would be worried about losing muscle, which is just going to shoot you backwards. So throw the scale away for 30 days if you step on it and you're in a bad mood. All right. Okay, this next hard truth. Yeah, this is a tough one. You need to learn how to cook. And we're not talking Top Chef here. Just as a backstory, I come from a family who prioritized family meals, cooking together, sitting down, eating together, all that great stuff. And predominantly Italian. I've had a lot of my family who wanted to teach me how to cook growing up. And I really wasn't super interested in it until I went to college and I gained 35 pounds and realized that nobody was going to cook for me, and anywhere I ate at my college was not going to benefit me health-wise. So I had to watch a lot of YouTube videos. Thank you, Gordon Ramsay. And I learned how to cook steak, chicken, vegetables, you name it, it's on there. So if you do not know how to cook, it's not what meal delivery service should I use, what restaurant should I eat at, Megan, tell me the best order at Chick-fil-A. No, learn to cook. It's gonna be one of the best things you've done, and it's gonna give you control, it's gonna give you power, and it's gonna give you results a lot faster. That is you in charge of your weight, your health, and it's something fun that you could do by yourself, with your partner. Personally, no one needs to be in the kitchen when I'm in the kitchen. That is my space, that is my time. You could do the dishes after I cook. But cooking is something that you need to wrap your mind around. It's going to benefit you tremendously, because when we eat at a restaurant, specifically, I'm not going to get into meal delivery services. Say you're just eating at restaurants, takeout, etc. There are oils, added portions, additives. These healthy restaurant options are not healthy. They're just a little bit better than fast food. That's all it is, especially if you're on the East Coast. Now, if you're West Coast, yeah, you definitely have more options than us. That's by far. But still, a salad at a restaurant is still going to be less healthy than the salad you make at home. And that salad at that restaurant is going to cost 2 to 3 times more than the salad you're going to make at home. So cooking gives you control. It gives you better ingredients. It saves you money. You are going to have the right amount of macros, and you are going to see results a lot quicker. And it might be something that you surprise yourself and enjoy, because clients who come to me who are like, I don't want to cook, I say, okay, why? Well, I don't know how. Okay, learn, try something new. See if you enjoy it before you tell me you don't enjoy it, before you tell me you don't like it. Because ultimately, cooking is one of the best return on investments you can do for your health and for weight loss. And again, let's simplify. If anyone came into my kitchen, you are not going to see anything fancy here. I am cooking chicken, steak, or fish, probably on the stovetop, 15 minutes or less. I'm taking frozen vegetables and warming them up and putting olive oil, salt, garlic on them, or chopping a side salad. Sometimes there's a grain that took me 10 minutes to make. Keep it simple. If you are in the kitchen for more than 30 minutes preparing a meal, you are overcomplicating this. Or maybe you need to be friends with an air fryer, a slow cooker, or a Instant Pot. And we could talk about those things, and we will. But ultimately, learn to cook, don't make it fancy, and find things you like, you enjoy. And I guarantee you are going to notice your health benefits, specifically weight loss, go a lot quicker with this. So in conclusion on this video, you don't fail weight loss or a healthier lifestyle because you're lazy. I want to reframe that as you're not succeeding because nobody has taught you how to create this lifestyle or build this environment to something that you enjoy and to things that are sustainable. And when you do build that lifestyle and the environment that's both sustainable and enjoyable, you're going to lose weight, you're going to feel better, and you're going to stop with the yo-yo crap. And if you like this video or you want some more real hard truths, subscribe and comment. Tell me what you want to learn about next. I'm Megan. Thanks for listening.